Right, let's get this party started. Gonna be playing same list as I did yesterday. Same, same 75. The triple chalice, which felt pretty good, but obviously one league is not exactly adequate testing. But I think I'm within a couple cards of something that I really want to be playing. I like the main deck a lot. I don't know that there would be something to significantly push me in one direction or another in terms of cards that I'm playing in the main deck. I think that a lot of the cards in here. One league testing done. Yeah, one league, 3-2'd it. We're good. One of our matches was against Belcher too. We had some weird matches yesterday. I forget what they all were. But I was like, yeah, it was Eldrazi Post, 12 Post, Belcher, Ant, and Bug Delver. It was like, alright, yep, the classic legacy format. All of those decks. But anyway, we're just gonna play this again. I like the list. I'm happy with what it looks like right now. This 15th sideboard slot will be in flux for probably just the rest of my entire life. Sounds like my LGS. Alright, let's make sure that make sure that Cardboard Live is working and stuff. Let's play some Legacy. It sucks that my mulligans against Rich Shea were so bad yesterday. Now we're 2-1 lifetime against Rich Shea. 3 different decks too. Every time I've queued into him, he's on Miracles, and then he was on Eldrazi Post. Or no, he was on Turbo Depths, and then he was on Eldrazi Post yesterday. 15th sideboard slot is the worst. Yeah, because you want to hedge against so many different things, and you just can't. I can't play a Cataclysm / Chalice of the Void / Mirren Crusader split card. Unfortunately, Cataclysmic Gearhulk doesn't blow up lands. That would be a baller split card. Man, I was kind of hoping we would queue into Phil right off the bat. Phil and Cyrus. Yeah, I guess I keep. Double Thalia is a little bit clunky, but chances that my opponent has an answer to one of them is, like, reasonably high. The superior format. Sounding awfully MT. I don't know what you're saying all the time. MT-genic? Like, I don't know. Misty Rainforest. Alright, could be basically anything. Leaning more towards combo. Possibly Miracles. Less likely to be something like Grixis. But I could see something like Storm or Show and Tell as well. Not that my turn 1 play is awfully nuanced depending on what my opponent leads on. We're just going to go land pass, or land, play a top deck Aether Vial / Mother Runes, pass. I think this guy plays Ant. Yeah, usually when I see, like, Fetch Basic Ponder, it's combo or Miracles. If we survive until turn 2, we got a bunch of Thalias. We have a lot of Thalias. This feels a lot like Ant all of a sudden. Hopefully we're not dead. Hopefully he just thought seizes me. Man, it would suck if, like, this guy's still playing Cabal Therapy. And just, like, therapies all my Thalias. We still have a chance, though, because we, like, Revoker LED. Oh god, my opponent's just, like, murdering me. That's cool. Well, both teams tried hard. This seems deterministic, right? They get like dark red. They're past inflaming here. So we got 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this is deterministic. We dice rolls. Opponent pondering for the Mize. Guess they could be digging for like exactly Thoughtseize to get some info on the back door here. But I feel like they would have planned for something like that first. Oh wow, they actually did draw Thoughtseize there, and I'll concede. Alright, off to a good start. Good start. Yeah, that's like rough playing against Ant. The matchup's very, very dice roll dependent, because losing game 1 is like huge because it's a lot easier to lose game 3 when you're on the draw, because your opponent just like slams their foot on the gas pedal in post-board games once they know what you're on. So we cut this. Okay, here, Walking Ballista. Jite, Spirit Keeper, 2 Wisps, and all the plows. Bring in 10 cards. Yeah. Winning games 2 and 3 gets rough. You kind of like need Chalice or need them to have a clunky game 3 hand in order to win this matchup post board. Or in order to win on the draw post board, I suppose. That's why winning game 1 is really important. If this ain't good enough, probably not. We can afford to like pretty aggressively mulligan, especially when we're on the play. We have so many good cards to play on turn 1 or 2, and just, these are none of them. We have like turn 3 Thalia with a Surgical, but my opponent has like a Thoughtseize and can easily disrupt this. Oh, yeah, let's go. We even get to like play around Massacre. Even if they just like turn 1 Thoughtseize me, we still have like Port plus Chalice on 0 to slow them down while we try to find something else. Oh, they just like don't even have it either. Let's go. I might play the planes anyway, because we'll have like Caracas plus Vial on 2 up. Assuming they don't like Fatal Push this Thalia here, which would be rather unfortunate. Or like Dread of Night Me. Boo. Oh, Fatal Push, rude. A lot of Storm decks moving to Fatal Push is their interaction spell of choice. I'm not sure why. Definitely better than like Chain of Vapor or Abrupt Decay there, that's for sure. The perfect draw. Don't think playing Grand Massacre is really worth it at this point. We're going to start porting their island. Port their cantrip land over the like go-off land, because I think I value them not being able to cantrip or cantripping inconveniently pretty highly. So I'm going to drop green and don't play Decay Swarm. We saw a Bayou last game, though. So they're still like on Decays, or at least Swarms. So they can't even shuffle off their Brainstorm. We just like still dead? Oh no. Got him. Take 2, nerd. Revoker. Revoker's kind of weird here, because we already have Chalice shutting off LED and Petal. I might as well play Revoker and name Petal, or name LED anyway. If they have, like, a bounce spell for Chalice to try to go off with, it's fine to have double insurance. And there's no other activated abilities with I can name with Revoker. I just, like, I mostly want a body in play. Lion's Eye Diamond. I think I might start porting the Swamp now, because they have double blue. But they can easily cast, like, multiple cantrips. Yeah, I think we'll port the Volcanic. They should have nothing. Ooh, Wasteland's nice. We can continue to just cut them off of blue now. Although they didn't cast a cantrip last turn, so maybe it's right to cut them off of black. Because they would have cast a Ponder or a Preordain. Or, like, likely even a Brainstorm. This just keeps inhibiting them from going off. They don't have, like, more lands. Yeah, we can safely have 6. Our hand's empty. We don't have to, like, bluff anything on these files. One day I won't have to click on my files. This is, like, the most irritating thing. I don't know what they changed in Moto after they added these these hats. But having to click on the file triggers is just... is criminal. We have a lot of good draws in our deck. That is not one of them. We are going to leave it in our hand, though. Bluff something on these vials. So if we keep cutting them off of black, they just genuinely can't make the mana to go off with. Although we do give them access to stuff like these Preordains if they do find them. I too love beating up Storm. This is my favorite way to beat up Storm players, with just like an idiot and like not even close to a hard lock. Like we draw, I was gonna say we draw second port, and then life is great, but we have a lot of good draws here. We'll probably just draw another Plains. Ooh, that's an excellent draw, because they're getting at a life total that Adnos isn't good anymore. And Rest in Peace just slams the door shut on their Past in Flames out. Got nothing. Still have a lot of excellent draws. Clean up, discard their Past in Flames. Relic Warder. It's a body. I'm gonna file it in end step to beat down. Leona and Cat Bear. Maybe I should be porting the island now. Just because they're very, like, it's going to be very hard pressed to go off, and they only need the single black mana to really get started. Whereas the island, at least, forces them to, like, fetch if they want to start cantripping. One top, one bottom. Got spell to cast. Is it like another cantrip here? Yeah. Alright, we got them on turn 2 turn clock here. And they need a lot of mana to just natural tendrils me. We have like 5 draws that just straight lethal too. We draw a Stoneforge or Sword and just outright kill them. I guess or Recruiter. We have 8 draws to just kill them on the spot. It's beat down time. Well, that's not lethal. And I also really don't want to cast it because I feel like Port is pretty relevant here. Alright, well, let's hope they can't kill me. Here's hoping we aren't dead. I feel like it's hard for them to go off here with Chalice, Rest in Peace, Revoker. They need, like, Hercules into, like, going off with a bunch of mana and Tutor Chains. Could need to be, like, triple LED or something. They can't even... Okay, they can't Hercules me because it would bounce the Vial, too. Yeah, sorry to lose here. Also, like, most of my decisions had stopped mattering after, like, turn 4. Like, there was a couple decisions on what to port, and I think there was a turn or two where I should have ported the island over the swamp. It's, like, very marginal stuff. Trying to swap back and forth between porting which land when, but... the game is out of my control. Fetching their upkeep. Do they know their top card? Because they could just be, like, thinning their deck hoping for the best top deck possible. Just because they have, like, this turn to win or just die. Alright, well, we're drawing up to 8 cards here. They have Hercules, Quad LED, Dark Writ, Infernal Tutor or something. That's like 14 mana. Which is maybe enough Storm to kill me. Oh, they're just dead. Cool. We did it! Now we just gotta do that on the draw. Which gets much harder. Alright, run back. Hopefully we have Chalice in our opener. Mold a Chalice on... Yeah, that's kind of the plan, more or less. Oh, this hand is some shit. This hand is also some shit. On 5, I'll keep a... It's a lot of 1-drops with Chalice. I mean, you're usually putting Chalice on 0 in this matchup. You just, like, slam it on turn 1 on 0 to prevent LEDs and petals. And it's also just garbage. We have to move pretty aggressively to win on the draw. Fuck. Do I go to 4? This hand doesn't do anything, right? This hand just plays a Stoneforge and another Recruiter and then dies. I don't think I go to 3, though. I mean, this hand is also unkeepable, is the issue. Maybe I do go to 3, just like one land of Chalice has a better chance of me winning than like this entire hand does. Ah, the perfect. 0 land Surgical Extraction. 1 land. I like the Batter Skulls in my 3-card hand. We'll just get him with the Surgical, guys, don't worry. He's not going to Thought Seize me. And then we're going to, like, blow him out hard with this Surgical Extraction. And it's the life of the Storm matchup. Game 1 is just so important, and Game 1 is super dice rolly. I don't much enjoy the Death and Taxes versus Ant matchup. There's, like, not a lot of meaningful decisions. Feels modern, man. If I get Thoughtseize, do I just, like, Surgical this Brainstorm? Probably. Get a card out of the graveyard and take Brainstorms out of their deck. Seems reasonable. You typically mulligan this aggressive first storm. On the draw, I do. Especially because just none of those hands had anything close to winning. If I had a Thalia in any of those, it would have been, like, fine. Aggressively mull to, like, 6 or 5 looking for Chalice on the draw was my plan, but on, like, 5 or 4, I would have started keeping something with just, like, 2 lands and Thalia and hoping I don't die on turn 2. Aw, man, so just Surgical the Brainstorm. What a mistake. But those hands just happen to be particularly rancid in the Ant matchup. Man, should have Surgical the Brainstorm. What was I doing? What a mistake. Might be able to get a Cabal Ritual blowout because they have so many Brainstorms in the yard. If you like Surgical 3 of them, you... Okay, are we just like going off? This is just an Infernal Tutor for like more mana, I guess. Reveals Dark Ray. Oh no, you're supposed to reveal Cabal Ray. I can't kill you. Wait, can I Surgical? So they have another Dark Ritual in hand, right? Can I Surgical this Dark Ritual and take the Dark Ritual out of their hand and prevent them from going off? Or, like, possibly prevent them from going off? Is that the play? I mean, we're desperate. It's, like, a pretty reasonable play. Or at least it feels pretty reasonable. So what's their plan here? They're going to 3, then 5, and then they're going to, like, ad nauseum me? Gives us a lot of time to find something. I don't think Surgical gets better. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh shit, they had 2 Dark Rits in hand! We got them! So their hand is just Infernal Tutor, and they're gonna have 3 mana. I guess I can look at their deck while we're here. Not that it really matters. They have a Fatal Push, a Chain of Vapor, and a Dread of Night as their interaction. Oh, and 2 Echoing Truths. We're still probably going to lose this game, but it's just funny. I guess I should take a quick screenshot just in case. Just in case it's relevant, which it probably won't be. They can't Infernal Tutor for anything, right? Yeah, they have 3 mana. They'd go to 1. They can, like, Infernal Tutor for Dread of Night or something and just play it. But then we're both just top decking. Oh, is that... Are they gonna do that? Oh, that's cool. I guess this is the game now. Yeah. I don't want to Wasteland them. Because I think our plan is just cast this Batter Skull. And, like, cast spells that we draw that are, like, Chalice or something. Now I might waste. Now I'm tempted to wasteland them. This chalice helps, but I still want to be able to like, or this vial helps. I still want to be able to chalice on 1. I think chalice on 1 seems like it's huge here in this stupid top decking war. I admit, I was complaining about Ant being like a very uninteresting matchup, but this is an interesting game. Now I think I'm gonna wasteland them. Bird's been casting a 3 for a couple turns. I think I'm gonna wasteland here, though. I don't think Ant is that interesting. Some games are, but most games devolve into silly. I feel like most games devolve into either me just slamming like Thalia and winning on turn 2, or my opponent just killing me before I get to 2 mana. But the games that don't are cool and interesting, like this one. Hey, look at that. We're almost... My Ant opponent killed me turn 1 both games. Yeah, that's the... Those are the ones that suck. Alright, we need to find... land... So we need to find land plus Council's Judgment or Leonin Relic Order? Alright, opponent cantrip, and they're rebuilding. We also surgical all their dark writs, so like even if they find the mana to like Past in Flames, it's a lot weaker. Yeah, it's time to draw this Leonin Relic Order. Let's go. Oh ho ho! Too bad I wastelanded. But we have a plan. Also too bad I took this file up to 3. But I think the plan taking file up to 3 was better because we could also draw Recruiter or Sanctum Prelate. Violate the Council's Judgment. Land? Oh, Recruiter. Can we recruit anything on 2? Nothing besides Revoker, right? Nothing relevant besides Revoker. Could recruit a Stoneforge or Revoker, but that's it. Probably just better to wait a turn cycle and recruit Sanctum Prelate. Oh, I could... Oh, yeah, Relic Order. Relic Order exists. I'm an idiot. That's a much better plan. The one I was just talking about, yes. Sanctum Prelate might actually still be better than Relic Order, to be honest. Oh no, my internet! Shit. God, why, internet? Oh, are we going back? Are we alive? My internet just, like, totally crapped out for no reason. Hopefully my opponent hasn't found Fatal Push. Did you leave a ritual in the yard? I had to cast a surgical with a ritual on the stack. So they got to keep that one. But I exiled 2 in their hand in the process, so that was pretty sweet. Ooh, 2 Thalias. That way, if they answer the Relic Order, kill my first Thalia, eventually we can Council's Judgment away the Dread of Night. And then play another one. Please no kill. It's a bounce Relic Order. Oh no, they had Echoing Truth. Oh well. So now we... Oh, they have Echoing Truth. That means we can replay Relic Order, too. If I draw a 3rd land, I'm just going to Judgment it, though. Please don't. Oh man, are they going to kill me? That's rude. Will they have Past in Flames as their last card? Oh man. What a close game. on our mold of 3. What up, Death and Taxes for the win, rating with a party of 19. How's it going, Phil and Cyrus? Hope you guys' stream went well. We certainly had an interesting game against Storm here. We almost won this mold of 3. We were so close. They needed to find Echoing Truth, too. And then, like, if they didn't go off immediately after Echoing Truth, then we just, like, get to play the Thalia again. Well, we almost got there. Those are the more fun games against Storm, for sure. Where, like, interesting things actually happen, and both people have to do something. It's possible, like, my Wastelanding was wrong. Delayed my Recruiter by... No, it prevented me from playing Council's Judgment, and just being able to Council's Judgment Dread Knight would have been sick. Although, they could have, like, just Echoing Truth to Thalia and done the same thing, right? So not necessarily super relevant. Oh, well. That's why you do hard mulligan for your hate in those matchups, though. Especially on the draw. Like, we had a... There's so few targets for Judgment. Yeah, Judgment's, like, very narrow unless... It's specifically because if they have Dread of Night, it's very hard to beat. And, like, your alternative is, like, having a Flicker Wisp in your deck, which isn't exactly powerful anyway. Yeah, it's a defensible Wasteland. It might... Like, obviously, hindsight's 20/20, right? Like, maybe it was right, maybe it wasn't right. But obviously, like, looking back on it, it's like, oh, wow, I really wish I didn't Wasteland. But you can't know that when you're making the decisions. One game, 2 lost games, 1 and 3. Yeah, I felt more confident about the Wasteland after we drew the Vial. Yeah, it's fine, not great. Very clunky, especially without a Vial, but turn 2 Thalia, turn 3 stuff is usually pretty hard to pass up. If my opponent is on Sneak, as MTG Bot seems to suggest, I mean, like, recruit Sanctum Prelate and do something. Well, not Sneak. Yeah, I was wondering why you're awake. Oh shit, are we just dead? Man, can we stop this? Catch you later. I mean, I guess I'll let this resolve. Basic Plains is, like, pretty indicative of what we're playing. Fair enough. What the name? Source of Plowshares? Okay, so they're Red-Black Reanimator. They're not Storm. This is just like Entomb, Reanimate, Grizzlebrand. Top deck Karakas, top deck Plow. Feels bad, man. Oh, do we get to make 2 things? Dark Grit, Petal, Dark Grit, Entomb, Animate to add something? We're just playing out Petal and passing the turn? Oh. Maybe they'll sack the Grizzlebrand into the Cabal Therapy. What a shame. Top deck Karakas, let's go. Take my recruiters too. Come on, man. What That's just rude. Crocus. Damn. Well, both teams tried hard. We are, in fact, supremely dead here. Is this just mono black? Or do they just happen to have double basic swamp? Seems weird they haven't played a Badlands or a Fetch. Also seems weird that, like, Chancellor's their best play here. But whatever. We need to live for a turn. I want to see if they'll, like, play out a red land or cast a Faithless Looting or discard a Faithless Looting or something. They should just attack and pass the turn. To not give me any more info. Yeah. Hey, we drew the Caracas. One turn too late. Wait, we can cast a Flicker Wisp, flicker my Caracas, bounce the Grizzlebrand, block the Chancellor, technically. Not dead. Not going down without a fight. Yeah, if we had to, like, live a turn, they might need to discard the hand size so we can actually gain more info. Just need to draw swords, and you've got yeah, we don't really have a chance because they can just, like, draw another 7 cards, like, on top of this, so they can easily just make another thing. Oh, they're unmasking themselves. Okay, cool. They have, so they're killing me because they're making Hellish Norn here, but they have Faithless Looting in their hand, so they are officially on red-black. Wasn't sure if they were on mono-black with just, like, the weird double basic swamp no fetches hand. So, it does pay to, like, just keep playing. You do gain information sometimes. Alright. God, I hate Chalice in this matchup. Just so, like, begrudgingly okay. Chance I just, like, don't want to board it anymore, but that's probably wrong. You weren't dead that turn? Yeah, we were, right? They just reanimate Hellish Norn, and then they kill me with a Chancellor? We don't get to block with our Wisp because it just dies? Oh yeah, they had Iona or something. But I think they grabbed Chancellor because they were playing around me having Caracas at some point, and they didn't have something like Grave Titan or Archetype main deck, or like Sire of Insanity. I guess Sire of Insanity would have also just been bad, but like begrudgingly putting these Chalices, mostly just put it on 0, turn off Petals and Chrome Moxen so you don't die on turn 1. Cut this, cut like, no, I cut Moms, right? Cut Moms when you bring in Chalices. Leaving the Crusader, I guess. Close the game. Most lists don't run Sire anymore. Yeah. I see bad players keeping Sire way too often, so I just, like, always assume that there's a chance of it existing. people that keep in Sire on the draw against Swords of Plowshares decks, or keep it in at all against Swords of Plowshares decks. Sire is just like not super good, except against like specifically combo. This looks okay. Don't hate this. Would love to play first. I'd also love to fucking keep this hand, holy shit. And we'll just get like turn 1. They're just gonna go land, Dark Writ, and Tomb, Brizzlebrand me. And we have Caracas too. Like, this hand is just fucking stacked. We have Vile to toss into a, like, Chancellor trigger too. Like, jeez. They can't therapy my Graveyard Hate because it's 2 differently named ones too. And my opponent's mulliganing to 5. Alright, well, so now we have to win game 3. Just Chalice on 0 into the trigger. I think Vile might be less important than, like, Chalice on 0 into Chalice on 1. Like, getting Rest in Peace plus Chalice on 1 is big game. Or, like, Container Priest Chalice on 1. Guess Rest in Peace is probably harder to answer. You can always Vile on the Container Priest next turn, too. So next Dragon Chalice on 1 and Container Priest still. Notably, if they hand disruption me with like a Thoughtseize specifically, then I lose my only clock, but yeah, they might just concede to the Rest in Peace on turn 2. Alright. Like I said, opponent moved to 5 and we had that hand, like, we're just going to game 3. Unless my opponent's hand was like land, Dark Writ, Entomb, Reanimate. I think this is fine, still. None of these other cards seem particularly impressive. We playing Modern now? Oh yeah, we just like slam turn 2, Rest in Peace, and my opponent just concedes. So many interactive matchups today. We keep. It's weaker on the draw, but we have Caracas and Plow and Containment Priest. This is definitely like a hand that can win. Gear237, thank you for the follow. I appreciate the support. I'm not gonna like aggressively mulligan to my 1 of 2 surgicals when this hand is perfectly serviceable. They're just definitely a subset of red-black randomer hands that we are going to lose to still. But this hand is really good at fighting a lot of what my opponent's trying to do. I don't love leading with Caracas, but we want to hold up Plow or Path. End step Entomb. Yep. Well, they're priced into going for something like whatever they had last game, whatever it was, the Chancellor, and we can definitely beat a Chancellor. Grave Titan. No, we can definitely beat Grave Titan too. They can't like shred my hand with a therapy after though. They just like blind therapy here. Grave Titan, sack a zombie, but we still get to kill the Grave Titan, which is huge. Exhume. Too bad I don't have a Fairy Macabre. I'm gonna Plow it. Them getting 6 isn't a big deal, rather than not have more lands. Tombing another thing. I wonder what this one would be. Inkwell? Oh, that's horrifying. Man, I'm really glad they didn't go for that first. That card would have been a lot harder to beat. Now we get to, like, untap and hold up Containment Priest. They're only on one land. Man, I want to Wasteland this so bad. We just need to get Containment Priest into play first. Next turn, after that, we can, like, Thalia plus Wasteland and just crush them. I wonder if I Chalice on 0. Chalice on 1's probably stronger. Opponent had to Inkwell. Yeah, opponent had to Inkwell and went for Titan, and then went for Inkwell after. It seems like very loose. Chalice on... Yeah, there's a chance Chalice on 0's fine. Dark Rit, sure. Hope they don't have, like, a removal spell. Got him. Yeah, why on earth did they go for Grave Titan over Inkwell Leviathan? Seems, like, actually psychotic. Yeah, I guess with, like, Path and Plow in hand, too. Just, like, Chalice on 0, Thalia Wasteland, and this game's just over. Yeah, this game is just immediately over. We did it. We actually, like, very much would have lost that game if my opponent had just made an Inkwell Leviathan on turn 2, and I'm very confused why they didn't. Because they just immediately went and entombed it afterward. So it's not like it was in their hand and they had to, like, discard it or something. Super weird. Can't Wasteland in response to concession. Alright. That was good. That was good. Probably should have not won that match, but we did. My pre-board matchup against Red-Black Reanimator is now 2-10, and post-board I am 15-4. My pre-board win rate is 16.67%. My post-board win rate is 78.95%. Red-Black is just such a freaking polarizing matchup. Right. This hand's kind of mopey. Mana Stone Forge with like 2 pieces of mana disruption though. Maybe this is a keep. Try it out. And it's like pretty mopey though. Would not be surprised if this was supposed to just be like a snap mulligan. We can get a lot better 6s than this. Especially if my opponent's on. Ooh, my opponent's in the mirror, perhaps. Then our keep is totally fine. Hopefully this isn't like miracles, but these planes make me think that my opponent is playing Death and Taxes. I'm gonna darken the play, it's fine. Yeah, thought with like 2 mana disruption spells it was like probably okay. Wow, if they're on miracles and like we grab this GTA, it's gonna be super embarrassing. I'm grabbing GTA though, no fear. This is a Death and Taxes player with those planes. Fuck. Now I feel like... never mind, we drew sword. Easy game. Miracles would never keep a planes go hand. I mean, maybe if, like, your opponent goes turn 1 Mom and you have, like, a fetch land and a planes, you're like, I might as well planes plow. Rewarded for being bad confirmed. Yeah, also super not punished. Immediately drew the Sword of Fire and Ice. Yeah, it could be Stoneblade. Not necessarily Miracles. If there are Miracles, because we kept a 5-land hand. That's probably the... Okay, they're just on Miracles. Cool beans. That's a fair assessment though. Like if with the hand we kept, like we're probably not going to be Miracles anyway, so might as well play as if they're on Death and Taxes, which is a matchup we could have beaten with that hand. Not necessarily bad. Like if your hand is just like plain Scalding Tarn, your opponent goes Mom on turn 1. I don't think anything they've done is like bad. Ooh, Jailer. Probably not good right now. It's kind of tempting right now, actually. Like, before they get swords and stuff going. Or not swords. Like, Snapcasters and stuff going. Kind of want to just equip and put them to, like, the second plow check. Meh. You jam Jailer? Oh, God. Everyone wants me to jam Jailer, huh? Feels so loose. Second plow check seems pretty tempting. What did they do with the Ponder? They did not shuffle off the Ponder. Yeah, so I'm confused. I don't know. Like, planes, if, like, my opponent probably wasn't planning on leading with the planes, but then I went land Mom, and they're like, oh, okay, I guess I should just plow this instead of, like, casting a Ponder. I'll just play a Ponder on turn 2 or whatever. Or AK on turn 2. Do you think chat is being a little bit dramatic? Kind of want to just sword check them. It was probably better to just Jailer. Alright, I'm gonna be coerced by chat. We do kind of need to draw cards to win this match. Or to win this game, I guess. I'm not gonna attack. 1 damage is not worth possible, like, Flash and Stampcaster, Plow, take the Monarchy. All that jazz. Rather just sit back. Yeah. Well, they did have the second Plow. Interesting that they're plowing Stoneforge over Jailer, though. Man, I hope they just, like, cast Mentor. Whisper Jailer. There's no way they just cast Mentor until, like, onboard Fire and Ice and GTA in hand, though. That's rude. What are they going to vote for? My creature or my really good equipment? My really good equipment. That makes sense. Alright. Do I just, like, slam Batterskull? I was gonna, like, play equip GTA, but it seems really garbage. Slamming Batterskull makes a second threat that makes me, like, less soft at Terminus, because we can wisp the threat later. And my opponent's not going to steal Monarchy from me this turn. They don't have enough mana to, like, Snapcast. The danger... no, even if they, like, Jace unsummon the Skull, we can, like, worst case, equip the Skull to the Palace Jailer and hit. GTA counters Protect Monarch. Yeah, if I play equip GTA, though, and my opponent, like, Jace unsummons, we're in a pretty bad spot, too. I think I want to deploy a second threat, more than I want, like... Because I can try to get GTA online the following turn. Monarch trigger. Ooh, Recruiter. That's a good one. Time to draw... Hopefully we draw no more Stoneforges for the rest of the game. So we just found all of our equipment. Tutored the worst one against miracles, and then just drew the other two. End step brainstorm, so we're just getting Terminus this turn. Wow, what a miracle. Oh, entreat, what? It's like entreat for 1, right? I can't see the... Can I see the entreat, the miracle cost? But just show me... I want to see the miracle cost of this damn card. Flicker Whisper Jailer, just eat it. Seems pretty good. Oh, it's a 2. Is it? Oh, it's... Okay, yeah, 2 going next. Are we gonna crush this? We only need to kill 1. I guess Flicker Whispering Jailer is the same as Flicker Whispering Angel, so it's pretty worthless. If I can convince my opponent to, like, trade with my Germ. They just really want Monarchy from me, I guess. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands. I guess it's just attack with Germ. Hope they probably don't block, though. But we can play Wisp and Wisp out an Angel, and then, like, chump block the other one. And by that next turn, we can, like, recruit another Wisp and kill the other Angel. Which is pretty fine. I like that plan. And if they, like, block Batterskull like a lunatic, then we're also fine. If they had Force, I feel like they would have forced something by now, right? Like my Pal's Jailer? The Batterskull or something? Yeah, I feel like they would have forced something. Do I want to play GTA? Do I want to port? Or do I want to play Recruiter here? I'm afraid if I play too much, I'm just gonna, like, play into a Terminus. Which I don't think they have, or else they would have Terminused over Entreating, I think. And just, like, Entreat the following turn after there's an empty board. There was the one mystery draw, and they also, like, brainstormed, right? So they could have, like, found a Force, but not really playing around Force at this point. Deploy GTA. Not unreasonable. I wonder if deploying GTA is better than porting, though. I guess if my entire next turn is soaked up by Recruit. Flicker Wisp, though? Gotta port to play around Cryptic Command. I mean, like, Jace would be good, right? I guess not that good. If they take Monarch, we always just, like, take it back the next turn, so I'd be, like, overly paranoid for no reason. I'll leave up white for Source Splashers off Monarch. Oh, that's fair. I was about to tap double planes to play around back to basics, but it makes a lot more sense. Oh. Brainstorm. Alright, so I gotta be wary of Terminus now. I think I'm supposed to just, like, snap block this, right? Maybe not. Feels like yes. Just prevent Monarchy. Make them answer my stuff. Flicker Wisp dies, but essentially I just prevent them from drawing a card. Doing well for a guys run 3 creatures, 2 equipment, and 8 lands. I guess that is an accurate assessment. No, we drew 4 creatures, right? We have, like, a dead mom, dead stone forge. That's, like, 5 creatures. I mean, they're drawing 2 a turn for 1 turn. We have, like, 2 guys. They could, like, plow, snap, plow or something, but they've already used 2 plows. Yeah. Just, like, cleaner this way. Nice, the perfect draw. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my price into just like getting wrecked by Terminus and killing this Angel. Just recruit Flickerwiz, Flicker the Angel. I really want to just like recruit a fucking Walking Ballista with all my mana. Jesus. There's a temptation here to like wasteland their Flooded Strand. They either get to kill a land or they have to shuffle. And if they shuffle, then we can get Ballista, but then they get to steal Monarch, right? And I don't want them to steal Monarch. I'm like burning through a lot of my clock. I'm not equipping. So I'm gonna attack with Germ. This Snapcaster Plow is actually horrifying. Because it's not that bad. The more I think about it. Yeah, I think I'm just... Ooh. They're gonna removal spell it. Interesting. Alright, now I feel better about just, like, wisping this Angel out of the way. I think I'm gonna wasteland this Flooded Strand. We're super flooded. We still have 6 mana afterward, and if they have Terminus on top, I attack with both Snapcaster. Yeah, mostly Snapcaster. I really want to wasteland this Flooded Strand. I guess it depends on if this Recruiter resolves or not. Yeah, if I was going to waste it, it was better to do so before, but... We've gone too far now. Now they're fetching. Okay, so now we're not getting Terminus. I think we're just getting counter-spelled. Yeah, not the worst. Oh, shit, I should play land. Oops. It's going to be really embarrassing if I, like, drew Swords to Plowshares there. Now we just, like, hopefully swing Monarchy back and forth. Hopefully they can't prevent me from connecting with both of these things. Yeah, if I drew Swords Plowshares, I would have felt like a real dunce. Sometimes I just like forget to play lands though when there are a lot of like thinking involved. I'm burning a lot of clock in game 1 just because this game's been really weird. Hey, a wastelandable land. So now we can definitely just take Monarchy back. The issue is like getting rid of this Angel, which we can't do until we get like 4 counters on this GTA or something. Nice, a Squire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands. I think I'm gonna just play a Squire and plan on picking a Batterskull or something rather than equipping it. Because equip GTA, play Stoneforge, equip Batterskull is 7 mana. Equip Batterskull too? I guess they are at 10. It's not unreasonable. Squire in hand. You can set up for like post-terminus or something, yeah. Question is, what do I equip to what? I think I want the Recruiter with the Batterskull, so if they have a 4th Plow, then they have to kill like the smaller creature. Although Recruiter's a better creature to have later, because if I draw a Wisp Recruiter. I think I'm just making a A 6/6 and a 1/1. Man, I could have wastelanded this Tundra if I'd played a land last turn. Like, not an idiot. I also should have, like, played a Plains or a Crocus over that other wasteland, but whatever. Ooh, Terminus time? Alright, well, we get to keep Monarchy now. And we have a GTA with some counters on it. I'm, like, burning down my clock like crazy, though. I need to play a little faster. It's Jace time. Back to basics time. Ooh. We have, like, 5 planes. Why didn't he attack after Terminus? What do you mean, like, just hard cast Terminus, or what? If they're considering countering this. Nice! Because they would wanted to lead up with... Ah, oh, fuck me. Also, they wanted to, like, play back to basics, too. But, yeah, I guess you're probably right. I feel like taking the Monarchy... Oh, yeah, I already played land this turn. Yeah, I got with that fucking Spell Snare. Jeez. Oh, well. I feel like we're, like, pretty favored here. And before Jace the Mind Sculptor final card. Oh, right, they're just dead. Wasn't really thinking about that, but that works. Yeah, my opponent had a Flusterstorm too. They pitched a Flusterstorm to the Force and then also Spell Snared me. But, yeah, I honestly do think, I do agree with Arkin that, like, that Back to Basics is probably a lot less relevant than just taking the Monarchy from me, like hitting me with the Angel and then hardcasting a Terminus. I feel like that definitely could have slipped away if that had happened, especially because they had Force and Spell Snare in hand afterwards. They might have not had Spell Snare up, though. I forget if they had enough mana to... Did they have 6 or 7 mana? Yeah. We got them. You never would have found the Recruiter. He'd have been up by, like, 2 or 3 cards. Yeah, if they had 6, then, like, I could have actually, like, resolved a creature, though, and then if they didn't have an answer, which they didn't find one anyway, then they could have just died to the Stoneforge equipped with the GT. Yeah. Some weird plays that game. So you bring in these and just cut all these. It's pretty clean. Is there a chance Relic Ward is better than a card in the deck right now? That's also fair. We got pretty lucky based on our opener and the first 2 turns of the game. Mom Plowed, Stoneforge, assume they're on death and taxes, go find GT. Notably, that GT also just did nothing the whole game. We got 2 counters on it, and then we just we never activated it once. The chance something like Relic Warder is better than like Hallowed Spirit Keeper? Yeah, exactly. This looks pretty good though. I'm in for this. Alright, I gotta play fast. Oh, Snap Keep. We have Cataclysm. Also, we just have like a decent hand. Top deck Aether Vial time. I'll take it. Ooh, Tundra, huh? You should play the Tundra first before casting the Preordain? I guess we slam Thalia. Thalia's basically a Wasteland. Next turn we can like Wasteland plus Stoneforge or something. Rip is better versus the Rising Storm. We did almost win a game with Surgical against Ant today. That was pretty sweet. But nothing, huh? I guess we just play this Caracas. I want to Wasteland them, but I also want to punish them for not like plowing this right now. So we just attack with Thalia and play Stoneforge Mystic. Counterspell? Please, counter this. Boring. Yeah, probably like generically probably better. I was just talking about. We had a sweet game where we got to like blow them out hard with Surgical, which was awesome. Because generally, like, I'm not impressed with Surgical against Ant at all. Alright, well, we'll grab Sword this time, because we know my opponent is on Miracles. Double Tundra. Yeah, there's a chance, like, Containment Priest isn't as needed anymore. Yeah, definitely go back and watch Game 3 of Round 1. We had a sweet last game against Ant. Yeah, they're a bunch of filthy lands players. Yeah, anyway, back to my partial thought. There's a chance that, like, playing Priest isn't necessary anymore. Dredge is starting to recede back into the darkness from whence it came. Oh man, all these wastelands and all these tundras. I, like, barely even need to cast this Cataclysm. It'd be nice to, like, just get Ballista in play, so we have, like, multiple threats post-Cata, too. Is there a chance I'm just not wastelanding my opponent and I just, like, want to hit land drops to get to this Cataclysm? Jam Jailer? This seems psychotic. They have, like, 2 mana. Jailer seems so risky. It's like, plow, and then, like, shields down my Thalia, plow my Thalia, untap, kill my other thing. Play the Sword? That seems, like, maybe worse, because we don't get to leave up Caracas. And Priest isn't for the Sneak and Show matchup, Lower Boy. It was mostly for, like, Dredge Reanimator and, like, side hate for Sneak just because it's better than Rip. You're ahead, stomp on the gas. Just, like, Jailer into Cata. Anyway, I need to stop talking to chat. I'm just, like, lighting my clock on fire. My opponent's, like, double my time. I'm not listening to chat. I'm playing a Walking Ballista X equals 1. Interesting. Maybe I should have, like, obviously played land after. I didn't think they were gonna go for that line, though. They just, like, slam. Oh, we just get to, like, cat at them. Is Kata with a Walking Ballista good enough? Probably, because we have, like, double Wasteland, which I guess are Lotus Petals, but... Ooh, that's even better. Am I just sandbagging this Cataclysm, or am I just casting it now? Casting it now feels pretty good. We just followed up with Thalia next turn, too. Sack everything but a Plains. They keep an island. We untap, play second island. Thalia. We jam Jailer, so we have Monarchy post Cataclysm. Then we'd have to, like, play our third basic Plains. So we have enough mana to Cataclysm. I think this is fine. Please no force. Nice. No, no! Why did you board in Containment Priest, opponent? God. I hope we get to Jailer their Containment Priest. How can you stop hitting land drops? At least that one's a volcanic island. Ooh. I think I just want to play Prelate on one. The only thing that gets me is, like, Blind Terminus. Or 12. If they Blind Terminus, we just, like, play a second Thalia. Gets rid of their Priest. Like Prelate on one. Of course, by playing the Prelate, I've guaranteed that Terminus is on top of my opponent's deck. Hey, we faded for one turn. I think I do want to increase my clock here. Also could cut off, like, a Jace if they find fourth land and have, like, a Terminus in hand. I guess they need, like, fifth land, but I think I just want more things to attack with. Wow, disenchant. Rude. Yeah, I did consider that. Like, they just trade with Revoker and I'm still not attacking with Prelate in fear of Snapcaster Mage. Made them tap a Volcanic, though. That was a pretty good exchange. This Containment Priest is going to slowly maul them to death. Oh no, Council's Judgment. Yeah, we have another Thalio. They play Jace now. Oh no, Council's Judgment. Ooh, third land. I think I just want to Flicker Wisp this Containment Priest. Maybe I just want to Judgment it and attack for 2 here. No, that doesn't give me lethal next turn, because I could attack into Snapcaster. They just have to, like, find Terminus here or lose. Crusader or Judgment. I like Wisp the most, honestly, because Wisp just makes sure they're dead next turn unless they have an answer to it, because it just attacks over the Priest and kills them. If they like Jace, then we just Judgment the Containment Priest and lethal them. They need like exactly Miracle Terminus or like some weird like Snap Council's Judgment. And there's a chance to like kill the Priest attack with both or something. So it's just like blind Brainstorm into or AK into a Terminus. Nope. Seems like they're dead. We did it! Suck at Miracles. It's gonna be pretty salty if I lost to that dang Containment Priest. Containment Priest always feels like it's just a terrible board end for Miracles against D&T. Showing those Miracles players what's what. Some of us are just better than others. As long as you don't board in Containment Priest. I firmly believe that it's wrong for almost any deck to be boarding in Containment Priest against Death and Taxes. It just feels so bad. Especially if you're in the mirror and you board in Containment Priest and your opponent like Flicker Wisps and kills your creatures. Priest is very wrong in the mirror, I think, and less wrong, but still wrong in Miracles and whatever other decks might play Containment Priest. Nice cheer attempt, Moxall. You need no spaces. It's like cheer 50 with no space, I think. I think you're just salties. You've lost a priest before. I mean, I probably have. I've definitely lost a priest before out of, like, Death and Taxes. Thanks for the 50, Moxall. Maybe it's exclamation point here, I forget. I don't know. I always usually just click the button when I'm on desktop, so you don't have to, like, type the command. Bringing all these Miracles players to justice. If Patrick's still in the chat, we need to jam. I'd love to do a Miracle stream with Patrick, but I also want to do a playtesting stream against Miracles with Patrick, because my record against Miracles is 16-2, and that just does not feel even close to indicative of what the Miracles matchup should be. I want to test against, like, good Miracles players that put me in my place about how I should feel about the matchup. Man, one-land Vial hands are really tempting. I might keep this with double Vial. Pretty strong. In theory, against Miracles should be 50-50, but my record against Miracles is so... Yeah, that's my experience. It feels like it's very close, and it usually favors the better player, like the more experienced player. I think I'm gonna keep this. This seems like I'll draw. I do not claim to be good. Well, you won Eternal Weekend, so you're like the best Miracles player I know personally. I don't know that many Miracles players personally, though, so take that for what you will. Almost as good as Viltreflare. Oh boy, Dredge. Alright, well, we lost. Ah, the old Careful Study Crack LED. Probably hit like a looting too. Oh, Cycle Street Wraith in response. Maybe they whiff off of the Stinkweed Imp. We can hope. Hey, we did it! They do get to discard the Stinkweed Imp again, notably, so we're probably still dead, but that was a really lousy. We're definitely still very much alive all of a sudden. Considering they now have one card in hand. Ooh, damage your second land. Deal. We actually have a shot of winning game 1 here. Draw old Stinky. Oh, nice. Still no loot. They just, like, missed again. They had an Archamoeba and, like, no treasures. They had an Icarid too, but just, like, missed on dredgers twice. Fuck yeah. What these dirty dredge players deserve. Opponent just concedes. Nice deck, nerd. No reason to concede there yet, right? They could have just, like, top-decked, like, Cephalid Coliseum or a draw spell or something. I guess, but, like, the first one needs to put a card in the bin, too, because they're not dredging anymore. It's like, the first thing they draw needs to discard the Stinkweed Imp, and then they, like, dredge it again, and, like, they're giving me a lot of time to set up. That's a fair concession. Poor opponent. Don't feel bad for the opponent. They're playing dredge. They are the enemy. Get my deck, Palace Jailer. Probably get out my deck Sword, Spirit Keeper. Like times I want Relic Order, but I've found that they usually don't board in Silent Gravestone in this matchup because they have to respect cards like Rest in Peace and Containment Priest too much. It's like maybe boarding really on Relic Order is just like not very worth it. It's like about as good as Flicker Wisp is, though, to be fair. What else am I cutting? Just like all these wisps. Thanks for a clean in and out. There's nothing wrong with Trench. Yeah, I don't honestly have anything against, like, I'm not like one of those people that just like hates on a deck horribly, like the people that like completely despise Tron's existence in Modern or anything. Like, play what you want. If you have fun with the deck, like, enjoy yourself. Play Belger for all I fucking care. It's hilarious. I guess Revoker. Revoker's the card I was cut. Revoker sucks in this matchup. This looks okay, I suppose. Should be Cyrus in the Adnaz Modern Mirror. The Adnaz Mirror is just that's a dumpster fire of magic. The best is when you hardcast Simian Spirit Guides and beat each other down with them. No, Sand is garbage. Is Manalus even in a deck anymore? Manalus exist. I've played against Manalus like 3 times. I don't know why they keep playing Manalus, but people do. That and, yeah, just beatdown of Grey Ogre beatdown. Right, this hand also sucks. Am I supposed to just like keep this? This hand just also sucks, and it feels like we're never going to win. So this is a chance I'm just supposed to mold a 4 for like surgical, rest in peace, Condemned Priest has my hits. Probably more likely to win than this 5 is. This was a yeah, card quantity doesn't matter. If this was like a Stoneforge, then maybe, because sometimes you can actually beat them up with like a Batter Skull if you can slow them down enough, but yeah. The perfect heap. A little Scry Surgical to the top. I'll bottom that. We're just going to concede and go to game 3. Yeah, does seem rough after losing Probe. Oh, 2 different treasures. Yeah, we're pretty dead. They have Straight Wraith. They should like do stuff this turn. They can like they can just cycle Straight Wraith if they have it, because they don't need to play around Surgical. Ooh. All right, we got a game. We got a game plan, boys. We got a game plan, guys and gals. We have a game plan. Oh, they did have the Straight Wraith, so they were playing around Macabre, but then just like decided not to, I guess. 22 lands in the deck. Let's go. Oh, 2 Narcomoebas? That's just rude. Alright, we got a game plan. I got nothing, opponent. You got me, you got me. There's a bridge. There's an Icarid. There's no therapies yet. Oh man, they have like a breakthrough too? Fuck. This is definitely a breakthrough. They're like paying the costs here. Which means they're casting an X spell. Alright, miss on this thug. Oh, nope, they didn't miss on the thug. We just need them to not hit like therapy. Don't think they did a therapy. They did it 4 bridges. Alright, land time. The issue is then they can like they can still therapy to make like zombies, so this Canadian Priest isn't the best. I don't think there's a there might be a therapy in there, like fuck if I want to like look through their stupid graveyard. I don't see one? We could draw a Walking Ballista here, too. That'd be a good draw. Probably murdered by Icarids, though. Oh! Alright. Only 2 Icarids. And if we draw a land, we can Containment Priest. No, we can just Containment Priest anyway with this Vial going up. Alright, we got a game plan. We have a game plan. God, I really hope we win this. That would be just such a good story. Alright. So if they hit double therapy, they can take my priest. I don't think they blind name priest. They hit none. Fucking deal. So we go to 10 here, which means we're on a 5-turn clock to answer these narcs. Which is honestly hard to do when all we have is, like, Vile Priest. We boarded out, like, all of our flyers. Is this a May? Yeah, so I can just put this in. I guess a Vile Containment Priest isn't exactly a combo. We're still probably going to die to these Narc Amoebas, is the sad thing. We need to draw, like, land into, like, GT or something crazy. Or, like, a flyer or two, drawing Remorseful. We still need to draw land to do anything, because the Cleric is turned off, or Priest has turned off our own Vials. Man, I want to win this game so badly, but it's definitely not in our favor here. You find, like, land Stoneforge is his biggest game. Definitely starts with finding a land. Step 1. Alright, step 1. I got nothing. We got a lot of good, like, 2s to draw. God, I've never wanted to win a game more than, like, right now. God, this is to be such a good story about winning on a multi-2. Oh no, they hit a 3rd Narcomoeba! That gives them an extra turn on their clock, I think? No, it's at the return clock. We need to draw, like, exactly Stoneforge here if we have any hope of winning. So we go to 6, play Stoneforge, get Batterskull, go to 3. No, actually, we wouldn't even. Stoneforge wouldn't do it. We just need to draw, like, flyers now. Yeah, I think we're just mostly dead here. Oh yeah, they can't put in the Narcomoeba. Never mind. What am I thinking? Yeah, drawing some plows or paths would definitely do it, too. Fuck. We scryed a plow to the bottom, notably. Our chances of winning are dwindling now. Stoneforge no longer does it, because we're at 4. Cast Stoneforge. Go to 2. I guess, like, Stoneforge, get GT into draw 4th land. Yeah, now we would get a GT if we draw Stoneforge. But we need to draw Stoneforge into 4th land. A better draw is just a removal spell or one of our, like, 2 remaining flyers in the deck or something. Come on. Fuck. It's not even a City of Brass. We can't clock them. Now we can just draw a literal GT as another out. It's a lot of Icarus triggers. So we're at 2 here, so we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? 8 outs, I think? Come on, deck! We got 8 things. One of us just wins us the game, the GTA. I think 7 of them buy us 2 extra turns or something to find an answer to the last Narcomoeba. I guess no, Flicker Wisp, the one Flicker Wisp we have left is insane because it kills an Narcomoeba and blocks the other, too. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Don't let me down. Don't let me down, deck. No, deck. Rehear's not now because we can't violin. We can't violin anything. Man, that would have been such a fucking good game to win. But we're definitely unfavored on that board, even with everything going right. God, I really wanted to win that. That would have been such a good win. Win on a mold of 2. Just win with Plains Aether Vial. We have game 3 now. Yeah, this horrible. I blame this horrible flood. We kept a 1-lander, ended the game with 5 lands and 2 vials. Oof. 2 cards away then? Yeah, we weren't really getting there. That was fun. That was a more fun than I usually have against Dredge, so that works. Cut Wisp. I like Chalices on the play because you can, like, shut off LEDs. Maybe, like, 3 isn't the right number, though. What am I cutting? Wisp. Relic Order Mom or something? Maybe, like, Mom. I think having Relic Order is a possible answer to Silent Gravestone if they did have it. It's not like Flicker Wisp was actually good anyway. Like, game 2 aside, Flicker Wisp was not good in this matchup, regardless of how insane it would have been to draw it. Just, like, win on the spot. I do think Chalice prevents us from losing a larger subset of games than Flicker Wisp does. Would love to play first. Say it out of Vial, I might keep it. But as it sits, I don't love it. If it had a Vile, then we could, like, more realistically turn 3, play Recruiter, Vile, and Remorseful Cleric. Might be better than, yeah. Like, Mom also might be better than Prelate. Prelate might just suck. I like Prelate good enough against, like, prevents Cabal therapies, so they can't really get as much zombies going as from Bridges. I think we can afford them all. We're on the play. Ooh, much better. Snap off this hand. Chalice on 0, Aether Vial. Go. With Surgical and Path and Thalia. Keep second land. So Surgical is primarily to get, like, exactly Bridge or Icarid. And with this hand especially, probably just, like, eating a Bridge as soon as I see one. There are, like, some instances where you Surgical a Dredger, but... Like, if they Careful Study discard 1 Dredger, I'm tempted to, but even then, I'm pretty sure it's wrong. Liking Triple Chalice. This is only my second league with it. It's been, like, fine. Right, well, definitely not Surgical in there. Rip Modern streams. Yeah, sorry about that. Life is bowling. Just really not feeling Modern right now. Modern has not felt good in, like, a couple months. I'm just not enjoying it. So I'm taking a breather. Do I even Thalia here? Thalia turns me off of, like, holding up Surgical. And they could, like, possibly flip into Therapy. It's hard for them to cast Therapy, though. It's, like, probably pretty safe to just jam Thalia. Especially because it could possibly prevent them from, like, casting more looting spells and stuff. So you play a linear combo deck. Yeah, I mean, that's what you're doing in Modern, is you're playing linear combo deck, like linear decks that try not to interact. Yeah, Modern feels pretty blah. As soon as I'm playing the RBTQ in like 2 weeks. Like, pretty off it. That was not a very good dredge. They have double Stinky. Tempted to Surgical them. Cloud's thoughts on Modern. Is this the one where I got, is this when I got, Burning Inquiry? They gut shot at my Noble Hierarch and then Burning Inquiry my second land and my second Hierarch away. They can, like, just hard cast a Cabal Therapy here? Or if they just, like, blind name the Surgical. Oh, they're targeting themselves. That makes a lot more sense. Discarding the Grave Troll. We do get to see their whole hand. Wow, that hand sucks. Oh, they just wanted to discard the Icarid? Good to know this Chalice is doing work. Preventing them from, like, casting looting. I just leave Thalia back to block an Icarid. I don't really want to... I guess I'm just going to path it, though. Path the first Icarid. I can't want to keep holding on to Surgical. To, like, Surgical Bridges, because Bridges are a lot scarier than Icarids, especially with Thalia and Path. So we can afford to attack this turn. So there's an Icarid. Draw step. Dredge Stinky. Another Narcomoeba. Man, I don't love that you can actually just flashback this therapy on me if they want. I'm just gonna surgical their other Icarid if they cash out in this therapy on me. They might cash in therapy on themselves or not at all. So it's fine to just sit and wait, I think. They might just like cast a Narcomoeba, but yeah, looks like that's what they're doing. Flashbacks. Let's drop rest in peace here, please. Man, my draws have just been fucking garbage. Still don't think I want to surgical these Icarids. Really just want to surgical bridges. Oh yeah, they can't even, like... I guess they could have brought it back with the Putrid Imp. Just decided not to. There's a bridge. Oh, they just didn't bring it back because it's just going to get eaten by the Thalia. And they didn't know that they had a bridge. Now I'm going to wait for them to sack to this therapy if they want to get a zombie. Because there's intervening ifs. So they can still prevent them from zombieing. They don't have a clock here. Or not. Respecting my Vial on 3. Are they gonna... Considering sacking to the therapy, they're gonna just cast Narc 4. Yep. Where's my Orzhov Pontiff? Ooh, second Thalia just breaks a bridge. Don't really enjoy doing that, though. Pretty irrelevant. Especially because I just want to surgical all these bridges. The face of no holy light. Hit another bridge and another therapy. Nice. Guess I should have declared blocks first, though, but whatever. They just brought him, like, no hate. I'm just gonna lose, like, the quadruple Narc beatdown again. Or, like, just draw another Chalice and feel like a moron. Priest is nice. It means I can start attacking with Thalia. Turns off my vials, but notably we just, like, win the race now. Think about dredging versus just naturally drawing. Nope, they're still dredging. Look at their hand again. Yeah, I think they just brought in no hate. Which seems like loose to do on the draw. Oh, okay, they're just dead. Cool. We did it! Yay! We vanquished the Dredge Menace. We won game 1, weirdly enough. Just because they had terrible dredges, and we won game 2. And lost game won game 3, lost game 2. Man, what a game 2 that would have been. We were so close. We were legitimately very close to winning that that game 2. Sweet. Good hand. Deal. Less good hand. Less good hand. Oh, my opponent knows I'm a streamer. That's cool. We are about to get crushed. Draw plow. Womp womp. Well, 3-2's not a bad record, guys. Goblins is a real bad matchup, especially when they just go turn 1 lackey and you don't answer it. Maybe they don't have any good goblins to put in. You never know. Siege Gang Commander. Oh, wow, War Chief. I mean, that's not the worst. Definitely could have gone a lot worse than War Chief. We can kill this lackey next turn, but just, like, ballistating it. I think that's safer than just, like, playing Thalia and hoping it gets to block. Oh no, my opponent's gonna port me. Fuck. Alright, no. So much for that plan. Yeah, we're kind of up shit creek here. Never had issues with them. Yeah, Goblins is a rancid matchup, especially now that they have Trash Master and Crater Maker. It's just gotten even worse. Before it was, like, serviceable, because you could manage it with equipments and revokers and stuff, but, like, recent years have not been kind to the D&T vs. Goblins matchup. And by recent years, I mean, like, literally the past 2 sets that gave them Crater Maker and Trash Master. Woof. I think it might be time to pack it in, boys. Woof. Yeah, and Chain Whirler. Literally the last 3 sets. All give them, like, really good cards against D&T. Yeah, Goblins is a... they just put in their other ringleader. I guess War Chief's fine, because, like, now that a ringleader costs 2 mana. Hey, we found the Swords to Plowshares. Good job, deck. Yeah, no, Goblins is a very bad matchup. It's probably just Ballista, Plow, File, and Stoneforge. Yeah. As soon as they got, like, Trash Master is such a hard card to beat. Like, if my opponent played Trash Master right here, we would just immediately lose the game, right? My only hopes of winning this are the Stoneforge Mystic. The chance I, like, wasn't supposed to just burn that plow. Maybe that was hasty. Matron, ah, fuck. That's bad. So now they get to Matron for the Trash Master. Oh, just Crater Maker. Alright, that's much more reasonable. We can handle a Crater Maker. Probably Jim. Guess we're vialing in Thalia here. Actually, no. We can get GT online, right? If we just vial in Stoneforge. No, we can't force them to pop the Crater Maker unless we vial in Thalia. So we need to force them to pop Crater Maker on something more worthless. Like Ballista or Vial. Or the Thalia, sure. I think we still have a Ringleader in hand, too. I'm supposed to just cast the GTA here. Probably. They know I have it. So they can like play around it if they find something for it. They'll have access to the card anyway. I think I'm supposed to just cast the GTA for mana efficiency. Nice. The old whiff. I dig it. Pile driver, sure. Are we gonna win this game? I feel like we would not have won this game if they had gotten like Trash Master over Crater Maker. Yeah, I guess yeah. The Ringleader whiff was also very very good for me. Obviously. How much am I attacking with? Oh, we're at 5, so we're attacking with very little. Also, probably not paying off anything yet. I don't think the mana discounts really matter for like killing this War Chief. I guess they could draw like exactly 3rd Ringleader into like a 3-drop thing. I should have equipped to something else. I'm an idiot. I had 2 mana open. I didn't just like move this GT to something else. Whoops. Alright, well, didn't matter. But I could have definitely deterred them from attacking. If I just, like, equipped to something. Maybe now I'm supposed to kill the War Chief? Because now I'm also, like, porting them. Could probably start attacking with, like, more than one spirit. Good. That's what I like to see. Good. That's what I like to see. Yep. Whew! We stole that game one. We did not deserve to win that. The Ringleader whiff was real bad. I do maintain that I think had they just grabbed Trash Master instead of Crater Maker, it just goes a lot better for them. Because Crater Maker felt like really mopey there. It was just like they matroned into a Crater Maker and then Crater Maker just blew up a Thalia. Like, that was a lot of like reach around to ultimately not do a lot. Board. So these seem fine. Jailer seems ambitious. Probably seems bad. So let's just hit the first Planeswalker card. Hey, GTA had one mode that game, and it was, I guess it was just kind of win the game. We might have like worse cards than Thalia, honestly. Thalia does have First Strike. As much as I hate that line of saying, well, Thalia has First Strike, it's not garbage. It might actually be better than something, but maybe not, actually. Most of these cards are at least decent. Like, Spirit Keeper, I mean, they're like a control deck. Spirit Keeper was pretty good that game. We made 3 spirits and traded with their gigantic pile driver. There's goblins on my matchup sheet. Probably down at like 1 or 2. Oh, yeah. 1. I lost in 3. Do I want, like, 3rd Recruiter? Feels real clunky in this matchup. It's, like, weirdly a control matchup, though, so... I don't know. If I'm keeping in 2, should I be boarding in a 3rd? What would I be cutting? I think I would probably submit something like this. Notably, one of the main ways I find that the Goblins matchup is winnable is like attacking their vials and their mana. Because they have a lot of expensive cards, so if you can like keep them off mana and vials for the first couple turns. I think Double Mom might be good enough. Double Mom, Stoneforge. We're bad against... Bad against Trash Master, but we're almost always bad against Trash Master. It feels real bad to lose a game with Light Voice. We didn't get turn one lackey. I guess I didn't. I also just didn't consider turn one lackey, but this hand's good enough against turn one lackey. We got like blockers. Yeah, the ringleader. The first ringleader didn't hit a lot either, right? It hit the second ringleader and like another chieftain or something, but they did not have a lot of. Did not have some good ringleaders for sure. I'm getting. Nope, mom gets to live to see another day. Rude. Ooh. I like. Second mom. Matron for like Chain Whirler, maybe? They might not be on Chain Whirlers, I don't know. But I guess Matron for Chain Whirler would like be kind of slow and a little bit clunky, because the moms could protect themselves or something else. And if they like grab the Chain Whirler and advertise for it super hard, then we just like play Stoneforge. Alright, it's pretty good against it. I want to play this Vial. I think this Stoneforge is honestly more relevant. Stoneforge for GTA again, probably. I think GTA is like the strongest in this matchup in like the blind. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. It's annoying for my GTA. We can take it off the board though if we need to. Get to a point where we can like Ballista for 2, get rid of it, set up a GTA afterwards. I wonder if I'm supposed to block that. I'm tempted to like double block with Stoneforge and Mom, and like just Mom itself to give it pro red or something. Just to clear the Crater Maker. Yeah, I think we can just afford to take this. This feels like some sort of bait. We have like other plans to deal with the Crater Maker, so I'm not in a huge rush to get rid of it. Yeah, it felt like it was bait. Incinerate my mom? That's mean. We need to keep one of them around. Trouble is dealing with Chain Whirler, Craterman. I guess we like just play Ballista on 2 next turn. Oh, nope, they're killing both. Interesting. Oh, Wasteland, that's rude. We can Flicker Whisper, Stoneforge here. Instead. Might go grab something like Batter Skull over Sword. Considering my opponent seems like they're going to try to manage Dias pretty hard. So like having access to just putting in a 4/4 lifelinker doesn't seem bad. Especially because it helps attack their Chain Whirler. Alright, F6. I don't have anything to hold up. It's just Ringleader, restock. Hopefully they whiffed. Woof. 2 lackeys, close to a whiff. If they port me, I wonder if I'm supposed to, like, put in GJ and hope to hit a land? Probably just better to put in Batterskull, though. Yeah, fine. Let's attack. Pretty good life total. You know, half their hand is Goblin Lackeys anyway. Yeah, I think I'm just going to put in Batterskull. And play Vial. Rather than hope to top deck a land to equip to the Wisp or something. Ooh. Don't really need to leave up Path, though. I think I do eventually... Like, I do need to develop this Vial at some point. I just, like, really awkwardly haven't been for a long time. Leaving a Path might be actually reasonable. Some scary-ass creatures here. Yeah, let's leave a Path. Hit him for 3. This thing's not blocking. Use Path as Rampant Growth. That's not a horrible idea. Especially if they, like, try to kill one of my things. Like, if they end up shattering my Batterskull or something. Take File up to 5. That's horrifying. File in Kiki for your Ringleader. Or, like, Kiki Chain Whirler even is just terrifying. Yeah. If we path Stoneforge because of port. Yeah, if we path the Stoneforge specifically, then yeah, they can use the port to keep me off of 4. Lackey number 2. They took this Vial up to 5, and I'm just very nervous about it. Don't be silly, it's probably just Siege Gang Commander. I mean, I can't fucking beat that too, right? That card also just, like, ranches me. It's like 3 to activate Siege Gang, though. It's like, maybe we can... No, I want to save Path. Do we just go for it? Seems really fucking risky. Do we just go for it? Just like... We're dead to so much. If we just fucking jam. I'm tempted to just attack with Batterskull and then pass the turn. My opponent has yet to present something scary. So I think the conservative play is to just attack with Batterskull and pass. So is this Kiki? Kiki, like, double up on Chain Whirlers? Or something? I guess we just have to let this resolve. I'm just sieging. Is this 2 mana? Oh, it is 2 mana to sack. Okay. So they can first strike down my Germ, right? Unless I path the Chain Whirler to save it. So if I path the Siege Gang, then they can just sack like a Lackey, hit this, kill it. Do I care though? Could just like flicker the Batter Skull after. Let this happen. I do need to take Siege Gang off the table though, because like repeated pings is horrifying. So I think path right now is fine, and then just let them kill my Germ and then Flicker Wisp the Batter Skull. I need to use the 2 mana to like sack a Lackey, which is just like marginally better than a Goblin token, so sure. Oh, those are some badass looking Goblin tokens. We got a War Chief, sure. Alright. Not dead yet. Also, notably, going for that GT that would have been horrible. Definitely did not feel like the right play. File, sure. Dominar had some Mad Max Goblins. Yeah, it looks sick as hell. Now I guess it's time to just go for the GT. I imagine GT on Flicker Wisp is safer. It's worse against, like, a Pinger, but I think the Pingers are 2 mana anyway. This is, like, Sharpshooter, right? And if I attack with the Germ with a GT and they have, a, like, Lord, like there's that one Mountain Lock Lord or whatever that gives +1/+1, then, like, my Germ gets eaten. I'm not even sure I want to attack with this Germ. The Germ's, like, so much better. Sharpshooter's 3? Yeah, well, fuck me, I guess. I guess, yeah, Sharpshooter would be busted at 2. Card would be pretty silly. If they have Sharpshooter, we're just, I think, very dead. Yeah, because they can just, like, Sharpshooter wrecks me regardless, because they can Sharpshoot, Flicker Wisp, and then Germ Token, and first strike it. So Sharpshooter's gonna just savage me if that's the last card. I think we just equip to Flicker Wisp and attack with 2 Wisps. Maybe attack with the Skull, too. I like the Skull for defense, though. They only have 1 card in hand, so I'm probably just, like, playing around too much. We should have, like, lethal in the air anyway. Next turn. Nothing really super important to ping off here. The chance that pinging off War Chief is super relevant, actually. Preventing them from having all having haste. Yeah, I actually don't want to, like, die to... we can wait, though. Okay, maybe not. I have the Fear of God. They definitely would have put in Sharpshooter, though. Let's let this happen. This might actually just be like a bait, too. Oh, second War Chief. Alright, we definitely don't want to ping if they just have the second War Chief. Come on, Matron, says my opponent. Matron probably kills me. I don't know what Matron finds, but it's probably lethal. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. Yeah, Matron for Trash Master kills me, I think. Because Trash Master's a Lord and also blows up my Batter Skull. Or even just like Matron for, I know, Matron for Ringleader, or Matron for Crater Maker would leave them dead. Sharpshooter wouldn't, yeah, they have 2 hasters, so Sharpshooter would kind of do it. It's another Chief. He's just gonna like alpha me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So as long as I block, then we should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. We did it! Yeah. Oh, well, goodbye, opponent. I'm sorry. Wanted to chat a little bit more, but I forget after you finish a league. Moto just like kicks you out here. Oh. There we go. Oof. That was, yeah, I think both of those games were not, they were skin of your teeth. Like, my opponent didn't have, like, a lot of, like, the scary things. Their Crater Makers weren't great, right? What their second Crater Maker hit? Ended up killing the second mob, which might have been fine. I'm not sure about that. But just like them finding their whatever the what's that ping guy's name? I already forgot. Chain Whirler. They never find Trash Master, which is just super hard to beat because that guy just like pounds you into the ground. That was all. It was an interesting set of games for sure. I don't have a lot of experience against goblins. That was my second match since the Deathrite ban, and I can't imagine I played against them a lot pre-Deathrite ban because the deck was very bad against Deathrite Shaman. But I don't think like that matchup doesn't, or that series of matches didn't really change my mind on like how good or bad the match is. I still think the match is like very bad for Death and Taxes, but it did break our way. But my opponent also had really bad ringleaders. That ringleader that just like found 2 lackeys, and the ringleader that whiffed, and then the ringleader that hit like a ringleader and then another guy, which was I guess their only like reasonable ringleader. But whew, if that matchup is just scary, if nothing else. But we 4-1. Nice. What did we lose to again? We lost to Ant. Oh yeah, we lost like super tight game to Ant. Get out of here. So yeah, it felt good again. We've been pretty consistently getting like 4-1s or close to it. Yesterday we went 3-1 and then queued into Belcher, and we also almost beat Belcher that match. So, well, I guess almost is relative. They did just like turn 1 me twice. I guess the second one was if they had 2 less goblins, then we would have won. They needed like the exact sweet spot of empty the Warren's Storm on the play, which is like 14 goblins to beat it. But anyway, feels good. We keep like losing very close matches to Ant. Ant does feel very close, and I wish I could do something about it to make it less close, but you can't really without like warping your sideboard more heavily. We had the 3rd Chalice, which definitely helps slant the matchup towards us. We had a chance to steal game 3, even though we lost game 1, and we were on a Molda 3. We had some really sweet mulligan games, like our Molda 2 against Dredge and our Molda 3 against Ant today. But Ant just feels so close, and I don't know. I wish I could tilt the scales more towards us somehow, without like severely warping what we're trying to do. I don't really think there's stuff you can do because the matchup doesn't take very long. So like the cards that you're sideboarding need to be in your opening hand, or they're probably not going to be very impactful. And by that logic, you need to be playing a lot of them. So we can't just be like, oh, we'll just add a Mindbreak Trap or an Orum's Chant or whatever to the board. Oh, it's great against Storm, like you can against like Grixis. Oh, we'll just add Howled Spirit Keeper because we have infinite turns to go find it with Recruiter of the Guards. you don't have infinite turns against Storm, so the tech you want against Storm is just a pile of cards that are good against it, like 3 Chalice, 4 Thalia, Sanctum Prelate, Rest in Peace. Anyway, that's enough rambling. Yeah, I do think 3rd Chalice is definitely like the best you can reasonably do for the matchup. It's just sitting on my board as like 50-50 all the time. I think I'm sitting at exactly 50-50 right now. Yeah. I'm 6-6 against Ant. Yeah. I definitely like 3rd Chalice a lot, and that's why I swapped from 3rd Cataclysm to 3rd Chalice, because I've been seeing a bunch of Ant online. And it's a very good card against Ant, while also being good against, like, Miracles and a bunch of other random garbage. So I'm definitely digging the 3rd Chalice. I might need to pick up one in paper. But just feels bad when you, like, can't tilt a matchup that much closer to your favor. 3 Catas is a bit greedy. We played 3 Catas for like 2 leagues because I was like, I don't know what my 15th sideboard card is, and I just want to like beat up a bunch of Miracles players. And we beat up a bunch of Miracles players and also 12 Host players, and it was sweet. But I mean, if you're playing against a bunch of Grixis and Miracles, triple Cat is probably fine. But yeah, I think triple Chalice is where I want to be unless Storm dies down. Blame Cyrus. If you don't want to play against Ant, go complain to Cyrus, because he's probably close to single-handedly led the resurgence of Ant players. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's go find someone to host. I'll forever be a Chalice skeptic. Chalice has done nothing but impress me all the time. Looks like we got one other Legacy streamer here. Isoka MTG playing Stoneblade? Yeah. Sure. Don't know if I've ever hosted this person. Playing against D&T with Brightling in play. I sort of can't, but truthfully, that's because I haven't bothered to get more Chalice. Yeah, I think Chalice is like way better than Canonist right now. Just because Canonist is not good against stuff like Miracles. Can't beat the 2/2 bear. And it's even like reasonably better than it is. Chalice is situationally better than Ethos Run against Storm because it gives you turn 1 interaction, and sometimes, especially on the draw, you can just die before you play your second land. But anyway, hope everyone enjoyed. Yeah, Canonist is better for a Sneak, definitely. Like, Chalice is pretty mopey in that matchup. But Sneak's also been on, like, a pretty hard downtick, and I think I like the Sneak matchup more than the Storm matchup. Maybe just because it feels like we get to live more turns, but it's not better. What do my stats say about that? 6-6 against Ant. Sneak is... Where's Sneak? Show and tell. 4-2, so a lot less data points. Half the data points, but... Seeing Sneak on a sharp uptick? Maybe. I just haven't played against it a lot. It might be coming back. It might just be like Rise of the Combo decks. It's Legacy. The Miracles and Grixis started rising up. There's like, oh, these big Durley control decks. And then these big mana decks, Eldrazi Post, Green 12 Post, started rising to beat up on these like slow, greedy combo deck or greedy control decks. And then the combo decks rise up to beat those decks. And then like the Delver decks and the Death and Taxes decks and whatever beat the combo decks, and then it's a cycle. It's how Legacy works. So anyway, that's enough idle chit chat. Hope everyone enjoyed the stream today. If you want to support the channel, you can hit that follow button, subscribe, or donate. Follows are totally free. Help you know when I'm going live. Help other people find my content. Subscriptions get you a sweet Thalia emote, Thraben themed subscription badge in the chat. Donations, I'd be more than happy to run a deck list you want to see through a league. Other than that, you can subscribe on YouTube or follow me on Twitter. YouTube is where all my streams go after they're done being live, and Twitter is where I post when I'm going live, as well as paper tournament results, that sort of thing. Anyhow, that is going to be it for our stream today. Hope everyone had fun. And I will see you guys all again on Friday for what is likely just going to be more Legacy Death and Taxes. I don't see myself changing that much until Modern changes. I might branch out a little bit in Legacy, play some like 5-color humans again. I only streamed this deck like once before I dropped it to start practicing Death and Taxes a lot more heavily, but I don't even have Knight of Bottoms in here. Anyway, need to have Yo so easy. K Cartmel, thanks for the follow. Alright, and that's gonna be it for the stream today. Catch you guys all later.